Now I've shown my dad a completely new routine to warm up with irons. It's 20 golf balls long, and he said to me, son, I feel like I'm back in my 30s and making high, towering iron shots. So this is exactly what I've shown him to do before each round. Basically, in a nutshell, I'm giving you a really, really good warm-up drill that's gonna have a huge impact on your game. And in terms of irons, we want more flexion, which is essentially more hands ahead, longer irons with the same effort. So the first 5 balls, it's the static one. So we're going to swing back, club parallel to the ground, and we're going to add a little bit of flexion. Just look at that there. Look at that there. It's a little bit falsifying, but you can really see on the hack motion there, the data, I'm really flexing that. And what I found for my dad was, and to that, and for me as well, that gives me a better chance of then delivering this style look at impact, as opposed to constantly training a weaker one. So 5 golf balls away, just like this. Don't rush them, by the way. Don't rush them. So you're going to go back, club parallel to the ground, feel that flexion through. Look at that. And what we're looking for, if you have a look at this data here, is to be able to get your data in the green, okay? Where we're getting good amount of flexion, which is exactly what we got on this shot in particular right here. So 5 golf balls away, just like that. Now the next part is a bit more of a dynamic feeling. Remember, it's all about warming up before that game. We want it to be more like this at the top and more like this at impact. That's the key word there, is essentially more flexion. And the idea of what that's going to do is we're going to start to display more shaft lean. Now, I had a conversation with a pro the other day, and he said to me, he reckons most people practice 3-4 times a week. I said that is absolutely rubbish. There's no way. So on that note, in the comments down below, let me know how many times you're practicing right now. So the next phase, what we're looking for again, is this shaft parallel, feel that flexion and feeling it into the ball. But no pause this time, right? We're gonna go here, boof. And I'd really try and extend that finish, and look at the hack motion there, really exaggerating that flexion. I am exaggerating it, it's a drill. So, stage 2, I want you to hit 5 shots away, just like this. Oh, that felt so good. And look at my finish there. If I turn, that's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to get. And data-wise, we are in the green. So that's stage 2 of this. Now the whole idea of why he felt like a 30-year-old is he started to improve how he delivered the golf club at impact. And following the routine gave him a sense of confidence. Again, going back to that time thing, he doesn't, even though he's retired, somehow he doesn't have time to practice. And that way, he's now starting, he's probably not all the way here, but he's definitely on the way to it. And you know what, for him to send me that message, I was over the moon. And again, you'll notice we've been using this hack motion here. I lent my dad this one, and in fact, I think I'm going to struggle to get it back off him because of it. But you can actually get another 20% off using this link down below in the description. If you haven't got much time, or if you do have a lot of time and you want to practice with a bit of purpose, I've said it before, I don't use any other training aid apart from this and some alignment sticks, and this is a staple piece if you want to improve how you release the golf club. So the next stage, this is my favourite bit. This is where you'll start to see some boof feeling of those strikes either into a net or actually down at the range here. It's hands to shoulder on the way back, so a little longer this time, but really exaggerating that half finish. And I want you to try and feel, stress this, feel that club head doesn't get above your shoulder on the way through. So let's hit this one for face on, just so I can really show you what that exaggerates like. And also, I'll just do a little slow-mo on the side of the screen now, so you can see using the hack motion what that would translate to. So there at the top, -12, roughly around there, nice and flat. As I'm coming down, I'm moving this way, this is what I'm feeling, into the ball, and then that's what I'm feeling on the way through, just like that. So I'm looking down there, making sure I'm doing it right. Okay, so let me hit that one away now, and then we'll have a look at the data. So here, back. Oh, yes, a little bit high, but that launch was class. I was well happy with that. Oh, I actually did it a bit too much. which I always think if you do it a bit too much in practice, then on the golf course I'm not going to do it that much. So at the top, nicely in the green, a little too much flexion at impact, the two bowed, and that's where that was really low. But if I'm exaggerating a drill, right, I always say this, I want to do it more here, and then it's sort of find that middle ground. Okay, you would then go and hit, said to my dad, 5 away, hands to shoulder, not letting that club overtake you on the follow through. So at this point, you've literally hit 15 golf balls. So I'm really convinced, and I remember, I've forgotten who it was one of the pros when I was caddying on tour I was speaking to, and he said, this bit here, anything under hip height is the most crucial part of any golfer's swing. And he was teaching top pros, and we're going back probably like 5-6 years ago. Oh, got it to go. Still the same things apply now, right? Now, I probably shouldn't say this because I teach myself, but it's like having a coach in your pocket. This is a program that I've developed on Hack Motion, just for my dad, but there's programs that you can follow, and it doesn't take you much to, sorry pros, recoup having your own personal lesson in your phone on your wrist. That's what you spend on actual golf lessons, and you got this forever. Okay, so the final bit to this is you're going to hit 5 away, just full shots. You will on the way through now. You're still trying to feel. Again, if I turn this on, you can see the screen. So if I show you this now, you can really see it. You're still trying to feel nice and flat at the top, in transition, that little bit of flexion, but you will let it sort of work through into this finish. We're not trying to focus on being there now. We're going to let it roll through a little bit, okay? Just because now we're looking for, and this is so important, don't get in that habit of, I've got to keep my hands ahead. That's the worst idea. All we're looking for, hands ahead, is that split second impact. So it's just that freeze frame. You take that image, boom, and then from there, the left arm and the golf club line up, and then club head will then eventually overtake you. The whole idea of the session that I said to my dad was to really exaggerate these feelings so they blend into the full motion. Can you see why he would feel like a 30-year-old? Can you see why you're going to hit high, towering iron shots? Well, look at this one, right? This is my shot right here. Feel those feels. Oh, I didn't even feel that. Didn't even feel that. I'm going to hit another one. I felt that good. And let's get some data up on this one so you can see this one. Oh, in fact, there you go. -6 at the top, -14 at impact. I told you I wouldn't do it as much as the drill. And that's proof in the pudding. And with this is, right, I always challenged my dad and said, could you get a streak of 5 in a row to finish before going on the golf course? There's 2 shots. There's 2 in a row for me. So you can ultimately bring a little bit of a test in yourself. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.